When Duke female volleyball player Rachel Richardson came out with this ridiculous story, the mainstream media ate it up. When she claimed that there were racial slurs being hurled her way throughout the entirety of a several-hour match between Duke and BYU from the BYU students section, despite the fact that police could find no evidence that it happened, despite the fact that there are no witnesses that heard it in the crowd or on the court, that Rachel Richardson was the only person that heard these slurs that were said hour after hour to her. Despite all of these things, the mainstream media ate it up. They ran with it. And we saw so many people in the woke sports world just completely go all in on this story. It's basically she's the Jussie Smollett. That's what's going on. There's no evidence that this happened, yet people are still trying to push this narrative. Well, one of those people, of course, was South Carolina women's basketball head coach Dawn Staley, a woke lunatic in her own right, someone who's constantly talking about social justice and virtue signaling. She's like, you know what? We're going to take a stand, and we, as the women's basketball team, are going to cancel games with the BYU basketball team. Why? Because one person in a crowd at a volleyball game allegedly said something that cannot be proven and looks to be like a complete and made-up hoax? Well, now someone's asking Dawn Staley to answer for that, and that is South Carolina lawmakers. South Carolina lawmakers call on Gamecocks to explain canceling games with BYU. On Wednesday, a group of South Carolina lawmakers sent a letter to the University of South Carolina Athletics Director Ray Tanner and women's basketball coach Dawn Staley demanding an explanation after two canceled games with BYU. Tanner and Staley canceled future games after a Duke University volleyball player claimed a fan repeatedly yelled racial epithets at her during a game in Utah on August 26th. Again, police say it didn't happen. Everyone in the student section says it didn't happen. No one on the court heard this except Rachel Richardson. And of course, the person that was promoting this story the most was her godmother, who happens to be running for political office. This godmother right here was a big reason why this story went viral. What do we know about this person? Oh, that's right. She has a history of anti-white racist rhetoric. Shocking that someone like this might take part in making up a fake story about racial slurs hurled at a young black girl on a volleyball court. You can see right through this. You knew it from the very beginning that it was bullshit. And now it looks like lawmakers are asking South Carolina, why did you do this? Why did you cancel games with BYU all over something that there's no evidence of, that didn't happen on a basketball court, it happened in a volleyball match, doesn't involve the basketball team at all, other than to push your woke identity politics? 14 members of the legislature co-signed the letter demanding answers. The letter urged Tanner and Staley to answer several key questions about the alleged N-word incident at BYU. Given the totality of the circumstances, it seems the University of South Carolina rushed to appease the loudest voices of the far left by canceling BYU, both literally and figuratively, without respect for the truth. If our citizens have faith in our public institutions, they must not kowtow to counterfeit outrage. Doing so only hurts and weakens those who have been truly harmed by bigotry and discrimination. It's our opinion that the university acted arbitrarily and capriciously without consideration and regard for facts or circumstances. So basically, lawmakers in South Carolina, I'm sure University of South Carolina is a publicly funded university, they're asking the question, why did you do this when there's no evidence? It sounds like you're bending the knee, or it sounds like you have an agenda of your own that aligns with far left narratives. Why did the University of South Carolina cancel this series when no supporting evidence exists? Will the University of South Carolina reschedule with BYU and issue an apology if the allegations continue to be shown as false? This is absolutely insane that we are seeing this happen, that even though it's essentially proven now that this is a hoax, that this never happened, that this is made up for attention. You have the mainstream media, you have people like Dawn Staley in the sports world that are pushing this because it fits her woke agenda. Good to see at least someone is trying to hold this woman accountable for this nonsense. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.